Hello, this is D. Jones, General Manager and doer of all things at Seelbach. And I know our Seelbach audience is used to us being on IG Lives and doing things digitally when we are talking to our producers, blenders, etc., across the spirits industry. But today we decided to do our big one. And so we are going to be introducing a brand that we are very excited to work with from a distillery that we have been working with for a while. We are going to be introducing Amber and Opal Botanical whiskey. And since we are doing our big one, why not do this by speaking to not only the co-founder, Irv Rice, but another investor who's also doing a ton of things out here, the man, the myth, the legend, Ja Rule. So thank you both, first of all, for even making the time to do this. I'm so excited about this. And in the spirit of the holidays, I've actually brought gifts.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Love gifts.
So pass this one over.
Love me a gift.
Okay. We got gifts.
And there's glassware involved, so be delicate.
Okay, all right. All right.
And so
Okay.
the striped paper is going to have glassware in it, so just be careful.
Okay.
But yes,
I
you've got
see,
some
we got
fun Seelbach
glasses.
related things in
I like
here.
that.
So those are dram tasters
Love
from
that.
My Brand Distilled.
Oh, yeah.
You've
Let's
got
go.
some glass flasks in there that are Seelbach branded.
Is this your brand?
So this is our Seelbach Private Reserve. This is our private label.
Nice.
Okay. I
And
like
that is going to be our French oak and maple cast finished whiskey. You've also got 2 leather bounded taster glasses in there. And so, yeah.
Come on.
Happy
Is that what this
holidays.
is? Is that what this is? The leather-
So that's the flask.
Okay.
And it's also
flask.
leather bounded.
And these are in here, the leather bounders.
Yep. And then you've
Okay.
got the rocks glasses in there too.
Nice.
So,
Like the flash.
Nice.
I mean, it's a great
No,
flask.
I definitely don't like the flask.
Well, it's
Yeah.
classy. It's glass. It's leather. It's a vibe. So
Yeah, I might take the flask on the golf course.
it's perfect for that. Actually, it's actually what it's intended for. So hope you guys enjoy those.
Thank
But
you
yes,
so
I'm so
much.
excited.
Appreciate it.
So
Thank you.
let's get into the things of the things.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
initially, I want to know how you two know each other. How did you get connected? Did it start from the spirit space, or did you have a relationship prior?
We've known each other for many, many years.
Okay.
Our wives are actually really, really good friends. They
Okay.
have a group of best friends that they have, and me and her became really cool through our wives. Actually,
Oh, nice. 3 wives. Okay,
Mhm.
that's fun. Well, shout out to the wives.
Yeah, shout out to the wives.
Okay. Okay. And then can you tell me a little bit about your background? What led you to spirits? Did you start in that space?
Good question. So, John and I, we started an investment group about 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
And one of the first investments that came across our desk was we were given an opportunity to buy some barrels of whiskey. And it was truly, truly just an investment. We were going to buy them, let them age, and then sell them after 5 years for a multiplier.
Mhm.
Bourbon or what?
It was bourbon.
Bourbon.
Bourbon?
Yeah. But it was a 6-year at the time.
MGP or from where?
No, it's from a company called Foundry Distillery.
Yeah.
That sounds
Foundry.
familiar.
Yeah, out
It's
of
in Iowa.
Okay.
Yeah, they're in Iowa. But something interesting happened through that process of us investing. We started learning more about the business of whiskey.
Mhm.
And we had the idea that, man, this would be really cool if we kind of ventured out and kind of did our own thing.
Okay.
So that's how this baby was born.
Start something cool.
Love that.
And new and exciting.
Yeah. So with the initial purchase of those barrels, what did you guys do? A private label? You let it age and then
Still Asian.
Still aging.
Oh, it's still aging now. Oh, you still have it.
Still
Okay,
have
fun.
it,
So,
still have it.
we'll soon to come. Then we'll see
Soon
something
to
from those
come,
barrels.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
A
Okay,
premium bourbon will be on the way.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Dope. So since we're already on the topic of whiskey, I have a question for you both. What was your first whiskey experience like? I feel like
I'll go first because I'm looking at it. I'm sitting right here. This is my whiskey experience. Right here.
really.
Yeah,
So what do you
wasn't
typically
a
drink?
Big whiskey drinker. I'm a wine
Person.
guy. I like. So let me rewind.
Okay.
When I first started drinking, I
Mhm.
was big on cognac.
Okay. Okay.
That was my jam. Cognac. I did,
Remy.
Hennessy,
Remy.
Remy, and then my big brother Hove
Mm-hmm.
told me I was going to destroy my liver and my body, and if I kept drinking that heavy.
Mhm.
And I used to drink bottles of this stuff, like
Oh, got
drink
it.
the whole
Okay.
bottle,
Oof.
And so I told him mind his business.
Of course.
Until a few years later, I started to feel that, like when he was telling me, and I wake up, so I started getting on wine.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm, been a wine drinker since,
Okay.
because just wanted to be lighter on my body. And then we got into this whole adventure, and with investing with the whiskey and stuff. And then, he's a whiskey enthusiast. He loves whiskey. So it's funny because I'm not a whiskey enthusiast, a whiskey drinker per se, but when we made our batch of whiskey, it opened me up because we wanted to kind of create this for the whiskey curious. So I guess that would be me as well. I'm not an owner, I'm also a client, right? But it's been a fun journey for me, learning a lot about whiskey and the taste and the different the notes and the different how they do the distilling and
distillation
burning
process
of the barrels, and it's just a different process, and so I've been learning a lot about it. But this is my favorite whiskey on the market. Not
as it should be.
But not being biased because it's our source, but because it is actually the best whiskey on the market to me.
Yeah,
I've tried a lot of them. I don't love them.
Fair.
I'm being honest. I love ours. I really, really like the taste of it. We went through, a lot to get it to where it is, and Herb has been very meticulous on the taste and the smokiness and he's gonna tell you all of it.
Yes.
He's gonna go through it all for you. But that's important when you are creating a brand.
100%.
That you expect to last a very long time.
100%. I actually did
the taste.
I did a semi kind of review of this in a video that I did for Seelbach, and the first thing that I had said was that it's a good segue whiskey for people who aren't typically whiskey drinkers. Right. It's like the perfect introductory bottle. So I definitely agree with you on that. So good to know that,
Herb was like, we is women are not big whiskey drinkers because it's so strong on them. But it's coming around.
Yeah.
I think it's starting to get more popular.
Because all my friends are whiskey drinkers.
You see? Has that been like for a long time, or are they new whiskey drinkers?
Well, okay. So I'm
also new whiskey drinkers ever since Beyonce got in the whiskey game. And the ladies is like, man, give him a cowboy hat.
But see, and Beyonce's whiskey is actually appropriate for people who don't typically drink whiskey. Like her rye whiskey is very approachable for somebody who's not really into that. Right. But I mean, I can pull a dram out of any of these barrels and be just fine.
Right.
I also live in an industry bubble though. So my friends are accustomed to drinking all spirits. And so whiskey just being a part of that. Right. So I could be in a biased little bubble in terms of like my friends being whiskey drinkers, but I know a lot of women who love some whiskey. So especially in this industry in general, there's a ton of like a lot of distillers are women. Yeah. So by proxy, of course, they're drinking their own juice. So So we got here drinking whiskey too. Nice. We like the things of the things. What about your first whiskey experience? You're the enthusiast.
Man. Jack Daniels, man.
I was just talking to our producer Mayo about that. His first experience with Jack Daniels.
JD.
Hello, JD.
Taking shots or what?
Yeah, we're taking shots in college.
That seems to be the thing. Okay, shots of Jack Daniels is apparently a thing for people. Yeah. So, what type of drinker are you guys? Is it like a neat sip like this? Is it like cocktails? Clearly not taking shots anymore, I assume.
I'll do a little both.
Okay.
I'll shoot this. I don't know if whiskey. Do you shoot whiskey? I don't know. Is it a thing?
Don't. I learned my lesson years ago with the shots of bullet that I just lived to regret the next day forward. Yeah. So I never took shots of whiskey again after that. If I'm taking shots, it's typically agave, so tequila or mezcal. Yep.
I've done it with ours. I've done shots with people.
And see, this is an approachable one. It's 80 proof. It's not super crazy. Yeah. Like so.
It has the honey in it, which makes it a little bit more lighter on the palate. This is fine for me.
Exactly. Yeah, the infusion in this is beautiful. I actually can't wait for Herb to kind of break that down because I've gone through the process with Max and I just think it's so good. I just love everything about that process. So yes, very excited to get into that.
That's what we love to hear. That's what we love to hear.
Okay. So now, Herb, Amber and Opal, how did this even come to be? Like, how did you even connect with Baltimore Spirits? Where'd the name come from? Just all the things.
Amber and Opal was really like a social experiment, to be honest with you. As we were going through learning the business of whiskey, we wanted to create something that would bring people together. Oftentimes with Black brands, what we do traditionally is we create a brand and then we tailor it to us. right? For us, by us.
Mm-hmm.
And we wanted to do just the opposite. We really wanted to bring people together. We wanted to bring some diversity into the whiskey space. And we wanted to see more people of color sitting down and enjoying this thing that I love. But we knew that we had to do something a little different because, it's a very crowded marketplace, right? It's hard to stand out with thousands of different brands, many that's been doing it for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
So, we wanted to create a niche, something that would allow us to differentiate ourselves from everyone else. And flavor was the thing to do. We knew honey was something that was going to be the base. And then we were looking for other profiles. And I got to thank my guy, Eli, with Baltimore Spirits Company. He and I went through a lot of R&D, went through a ton of batches. I had no idea how many different varieties of honey there were, but we went through them all.
Yeah.
And we finally settled on a profile that I think is a great combination of sweet, smoky, and just very approachable. Really good for a cocktail or a neat sip.
Yeah, for sure. How did you connect with Eli?
My wife and I did a tour here with Whitney.
You're based in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, I live in Baltimore. We did a tour here, and Whitney did an awesome job of just kind of explaining not only what they were doing here, but the history of rye whiskey in Maryland, which I didn't know.
Right. Yeah.
Right. I didn't know that rye whiskey precedes bourbon, and it's really the big brother to bourbon. So, Whitney taught me that. So, her and I kind of created a really good rapport.
Nice.
And I said, hey, you guys interested in possibly doing something funky? And they said, yeah, let's do something funky.
They do a beautiful job at doing funky stuff. So it's one of my favorite distilleries for sure.
Yeah. So here we are.
Okay. Dope. Okay. And then the name.
Yeah, the name. So, if you look at the product, what we were most excited about was that natural amber color that was created once we added all of our ingredients, and we knew that had to be part of the branding, right? We wanted to lead with that. So the amber is a nod to the color of the product. The opal is who we want to represent in the space. I talked about us being, I wanted to bring some diversity to the space. Opal is a precious gemstone that comes in a variety of colors. So it's very emblematic of what we want to be in this space, a brand for people of a bunch of different colors. Just
diversified.
Yeah.
I like that. It's more like by us for everybody.
Yes, by us for everyone.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
If you decide to use that, just kick me back.
For us, for y'all.
by us for y'all. I like that. Okay. And so were you also part of picking the tea infusions in this? Because that's my favorite part.
Eli and I'll give Eli a big nod to that.
Okay.
He had a great, he knew that the Botanical was going to set it off. I wasn't so sure.
Okay.
So again, we did a lot of R&D and a lot of different botanical blends till we figured out that these, there's two botanical blends we use here. We use herbal tea, which has notes of cinnamon, fig, ginger. And then we use a black tea called lapsang.
That lapsang.
Yeah, lapsang.
I'm obsessed with that lapsang tea.
Oh,
oh my God. When Max let me smell that tea, I was like, oh, that's what's in this, making it smoky like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
So now I want that tea myself.
Yep.
I like it a lot. And actually what's really funny is after you introduced me to that tea, I wound up actually catching the exact notes of that tea in another whiskey later.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. That's the fun thing about I want to smell. Yeah. Now they didn't use it as an infusion. It's just that smokiness and that because it would be my first time catching tea as a note in something, but particularly the smoke aspect was like really akin to that, just having smelled that tea. So that's what I love about tasting and smelling like random things. You just always, when you're doing your tasting notes and stuff like that, being able to come back to that was actually really fun. Yeah. So I love it. That's so fab. Okay. So, Ja, what attracted you to the spirit space just from a business perspective? There's a lot of celebrity brands that tend to pop up. I don't even know if we call this a celebrity brand, but you're a celebrity associated with it. So it falls under that category.
I wouldn't call it a celebrity brand because we don't want it to be that. We want it to, be beyond, what I am in the business. I was talking to one of my business partners the other day, and we were talking about brands and artists and brands. And when we were talking about it, it made perfect sense for what we're trying to accomplish with this. You know, we were talking about how some artists' brands are bigger than any song or anything that they can do. Their brand is just bigger than that.
Yeah.
You know, we want this to be bigger than anything that we can do. You understand? And if we can accomplish that, then this lives on way beyond, you know, us. Well, our grandkids will be talking, hey, we're the owners of Amber and Opal. You know, that's what we want.
Okay, I love that. So this is a little legacy piece for y'all.
Yeah, well said. It's absolutely a legacy.
I love that. Okay, so how do you describe Amber and Opal to people who haven't had it before?
Well, it's delicious, first and foremost. Yeah, that's first and foremost. But you know, I'm gonna go back to the whiskey curious thing, because it is a great introductory to whiskey if you are not a whiskey drinker. If you haven't, you know, explored whiskey in this sort of way, we're a good introductory. We're a good brand to pique and spark your interest into whiskey. You know, so I really want to say that the honey is a big part of that, because when I taste other whiskeys, it's a little strong to me. So the honey cuts it a little bit, cuts it from being so strong.
It also makes sense, you starting as more of a cognac drinker, kind of leaning towards that palate.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So for me, you know, that does it for me.
Yeah, I actually think it is a great whiskey to introduce non-whiskey drinkers, but it's also a great whiskey for people who drink across the category.
Yeah.
So.
And it makes great cocktails. It
does make a good cocktail. Yes. This with some ginger and lemon.
Yeah.
And just
one of my
really
favorites is the Amber Rush we make with it is amazing.
Ooh, Amber Rush is in basically a gold rush.
Yep.
But,
yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
Cool. So y'all doing honey syrup?
No.
I was gonna say you don't really need it. Okay.
Agave syrup.
Nice. Yeah, because honey syrup would be too much overkill. Yeah. Oh, I like that. Okay. So the whiskey, agave syrup,
lemon juice.
Ooh, fresh lemon juice.
That sounds great.
Fresh.
Oh, we having this?
We
having this at the function?
Yeah,
okay, great. Because now I want one.
For sure.
Actually, on that note, we need to have a proper cheers.
All right. Well, let's do.
Cheers to some Amber and Opal. I got so excited to give you gifts that I forgot. No. Let's have a sip.
That's good. Ooh, that's good. You see?
My first sip of whiskey of the day.
That is good.
And the color is
gorgeous.
I like
these Seelbach glasses too.
Thank you.
Are these what we have inside the?
Yes, except yours just has a leather.
Yeah,
These are
rock
glasses.
Yep.
Very
nice rock glass.
Yes, I'm glad you like them. And I included my dram chasers in there in case like your wives like to taste through stuff.
Nice.
Ladies tend to like a stem.
Nice.
So that's like for that. So thinking of the wives too, you know, and it's a set of two so y'all can enjoy together.
Because we was just getting cursed out in the car. We don't. Where's our shirts and where's our jackets?
Okay, well you've got glassware. You've got glassware. I thought of you. Okay, so with the process of fleshing this out, I knew you were a lot more hands-on her with the actual like production of it all, like partnering with Eli. But how involved were you in terms of like between the idea and then actually having juice in a bottle?
Everything, you know, we from day one. You know, Herb is, you know, absolutely boots on the ground. You know, making sure everything is moving in the right direction. But you know, we all sit and talk with the other partners as well, and you know, we go through the list of the bottles and we all kind of picked the bottle that we liked, and you know, we picked an expensive bottle, but you did,
and it's gorgeous.
We love it. Yeah, we love it. And, you know,
and it can be used as a decanter after the fact, which I like, and I like
it. Actually is a decanter.
It is a decanter.
Well, that makes
something.
Right, yeah, this is not a bottle that you put in the recycle bin when it's done. No. The top and everything is like.
We about to do a send back.
No, a send back and send to.
Listen, give $5.
Oh my God. Okay, what was the process of like tasting through all the different samples once y'all had to actually decide on a final recipe?
Herb did a lot of that.
So
yeah, I tasted some samples, but it was funny because I'm like,
like it's good.
Yeah, I think
not so great. Like
so he was very instrumental in getting that.
Okay.
We use the Epic Rye 2-year. It's a high rye whiskey, 90% rye, 10% malted rye. Is that right, Eli? Something like that. Yeah. Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, but it was really about the flavor is really what we spent the most time on.
Mhm.
Again, we went through probably 20 different varieties of honey.
Mhm.
Didn't realize that they all taste very different.
Yeah. What made you pick the varietal that you landed on?
Because it complemented the rye very well.
Okay.
Right? It just complements it. It's hard to even explain why. It's just one of those things when you tasted it, you knew that was it.
Mhm.
And it was a consensus amongst all of us when we all tasted like that's
That's
one.
always the best when
That's
like
the one.
everybody's in agreement with something.
They didn't know what it was, but everyone said
Yeah,
that's
we
the
had
one.
like four, and it was funny. It was like A, B, C, D, and I just kept trying to figure out which one was which.
Mhm.
But when we got to the right tasted one, it was very important for me because I'm like, okay, guys, I'm the true tester here because
Yeah. You're the market.
yeah, I am the consumer. I'm the guy that's just tasting a whiskey for the first time and wants to see what it's like.
Yeah.
Here we go.
But that's exactly what you need.
It's amazing. I like it. Bottle it up. Let's go.
That's exactly what you need, though, because when you have the professionals in the space, you can sit here and nitpick all day long about, oh,
and
I
I'm
taste this
just,
type of.
does it taste good or not?
Right.
That's all.
Right.
That's all that
You need
matters.
both. It's a good balance.
Yeah,
So,
so
okay.
definitely a great balance.
Okay, cool. And so now when it comes to you guys like marketing this and pushing it and all the things, like how are you incorporating this into all of your many other avenues of the acting, the music, all the things?
I mean, in every way that we can where it's organic.
Okay.
I don't want to,
try to force it into something where it doesn't make sense.
It has to make sense with cross promoting. But we've been able to do it thus far pretty well. I've got some things coming up that I think is going to work very well for our cross promotion. So, we're being very cautious on how and what things we do with it because everything is not the right vehicle for it.
Yeah.
And we learned that early on as well. So,
Now, when you say you learned that early on, like what did you guys try out certain like?
We did a thing. I did a thing at one of my, I was doing like a big concert, like a festival kind of concert. And we thought it'd be good to do it like set up a nice little,
was this like the Vibes concert thing that you do?
No, it wasn't a Vibes concert.
Okay.
It actually would have been perfect for the Vibes concert.
Okay.
Yeah. But for this, it was kind of just too much going on.
Too big.
Yeah.
Okay.
Too It wasn't intimate.
And we didn't have the right setup. If we'd had the right setup where it was sexy and it was out there, we could have made it.
Like an activation.
Right.
Yes.
It was an activation, but it wasn't done right.
Correct.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So we're having our learning curves.
Yep.
Yeah. And so I know you're going to be going on tour soon. Are you going to kind of create some like intimate kind of ways in which to present?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're thinking of all kinds of ways right now. I'm actually, reaching out, talking to Airbnb about doing an amazing installation with Amber and Opal, with my meet and greets packages and the whole kind of.
Oh, that's actually perfect. Meet and greets. Okay.
So we'll do like a pregame with Ja Rule, Amber and Opal cocktail hour.
Okay.
And they come meet me at the Amber and Opal mansion.
Yeah.
And at the Airbnb Amber and Opal mansion.
Yeah.
And we'll have drinks and stuff, right? And then go to the concert together and, that kind of experience.
Okay.
So we're working on stuff like that.
But
also, all of the buildings, they're Live Nation buildings. So we're talking to Live Nation about having our sauce in all of the buildings. So, so while I'm on that stage, I go ahead and grab some of them cocktails and enjoy the night.
Okay. I love that. Yeah. If there's like VIP suites or something like that, it could be cool to have those placed in there too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're working out all those kind of things just to,
All right, dope. Well, actually, in the topic of like tour and all the things, are you still actively recording music?
I am, yeah. I'm releasing a new project. Probably, I don't have the date yet, but before I go out on tour.
Okay.
Yeah, around that time.
So I was actually listening to Fat Joe's most recent Breakfast Club interview yesterday, and he was talking about how as artists, particularly of you all's era, like get older and all the things that the content of the music is becoming more gentrified, and how he refuses to gentrify his content in his music. Do you share the sentiment? Do you feel like a little gentrification of the content is necessary? You feel like you keep it raw and gangster?
I do what I want to do musically. You know, that's all part of being a creative. You create. That's right. So I do what I want to do, but there is a conscious effort to be grown in my music. You know, I'm 48 years old, I'm not 28.
Yeah.
You know? And so those things have to reflect as well in the music.
Do you still create from like that kind of, because you kind of dominated the love space for a very long time. Do you still kind of stay in that
Love
vein?
Get old, right?
Not at all.
So there we go.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Okay, we still rapping about white people. I like that.
We do that forever.
Okay, great. Okay, so I have one pop culture related question that I allowed myself today because I'm dying for an answer that I hope you have for me, John.
Okay,
What
be good.
the hell happened to growing up hip hop New York? Because I was obsessed with following you and Joe's, particularly your family life. I was like, as a fan of the music, I cared to like watch y'all kids and stuff. So like, and then it just stopped.
Politics. COVID came, and the show had to go on hiatus.
Okay. And it just like never came back. Okay. I was like, there's something happened. Okay. In my brain, it was like.
It just never came back.
Okay.
They came back with another season. I think they did like Growing Up.
Yeah, they still did like the LA thing or whatever, but like New York never came back.
They kind of mixed them. They blended like.
Yeah, they started bouncing
LA,
between.
So they were kind of. But yeah, my kids were fine. They were like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And I was good. So it was like.
I know you were probably mostly doing that for them anyway. Yeah.
I pop in and out the show and do my little scenes. But,
yeah.
You know, the kids, they wanted it until it was gone. And then they were like, cool. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they got their taste of it. I guess that was enough.
Yeah.
I wanted the show back. I was so upset.
It's fun, you know, those shows, but that's what it is. It's just for people to kind of get a glimpse into your life. It's like a pride.
I enjoyed seeing the family aspect of it. It was very fun. I'm a reality TV show girl, so that one was just very much. It was
you should
great
watch
for
the
me.
Baddies.
I do watch Baddies, actually.
I do. Okay?
I happen to watch Baddies every Sunday.
I watch a little boom.
Now the question is, do you watch Baddies?
I do watch a little boom.
I'm here saying men like Baddies.
I watch a little bang pop. What's up?
Okay, what is the appeal for men when it comes to that type of
bang?
That's the only thing missing is the actual sound effects, but they do enough sound effects on their own. So,
oh no, the last fight, that was boom, bop, bop. I'm telling you, I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, they do not. But it's very entertaining.
I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm not alone.
No, you're not. My guy friends love watching Baddies, and I just find it to be so funny.
It's fucked up because we know it's so wrong.
I know. It's such a guilty pleasure. It really is. Because
we gotta stop. We gotta do better.
We gotta do better as a people. I mean, but do we? I mean, they're making a living. You know, they paying their bills. They're supporting their family.
We gotta do better.
Thank you.
We gotta make a living.
Gotta do better.
Okay. So I've got a little bit of rapid fire this or that for you guys. First question: bourbon or rye?
Ooh. I'm gonna go both because we have both. So yeah, both.
Rye for me.
Rye for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Really? I'm a cat person. Well, I'm an animal person, but I have cats.
I think men that have cats are weird.
Why?
I hate cats.
Why? Oh my God.
I have a real reason to hate cats. My mom had 2 cats and I hated them. They'd be sitting on my windowsill and I'd be like,
oh my God.
See if they jump out the window and see
Cats are not easy to scare, actually.
No, they're smart
they are
too.
Yes, they are very intelligent.
They're like, this guy, wait till he's asleep.
No, and they'll plot.
Right over the top of his head.
And they will plot.
Wake up like, yo, stop, please, don't attack me. I'm sorry.
Cats are very sleepy, and that's why I love them. Nights or mornings?
Oh, that's a good one. Mornings for me. Yeah.
I'm a morning person.
Yeah, I'm a morning.
Okay. Now, since I think everybody at this table travels a lot, so vacation or staycation?
What's a staycation?
A staycation is essentially all the things you would do on a vacation, but you're just not leaving your actual state.
Hell no, vacation. You can't have a staycation.
People love to some people will go to a resort that's local or whatever.
No. We packing up. We getting out of here. Vacation.
Yeah, I prefer a vacation too.
Yeah.
Okay, now particularly for you, Job, music or acting?
Music.
Music. Okay, love that. Podcast or radio? I feel like you've been asked this question on Drink Champs. I realized it after the fact.
It was a different question on the Drink Champs.
It was? Okay.
Because they're two different. Podcast and radio are completely different.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You didn't answer the question.
I thought you did. I would say radio. I listen to more radio.
More than podcast?
Podcast
for you?
Yeah.
I'm a podcast person too.
Yeah.
Okay. Driver or passenger?
Man, I enjoy both. I like to drive, except when it's not fun to drive.
Right.
Like if I'm going to be stuck in traffic, I don't want
to. Agree. Agree.
Passenger all day.
I prefer to be a passy princess, but I like my car, so I like to drive my car.
I like to drive. I do like to drive.
Yeah, but I'm very happy being a passy princess all day. Well, this actually could be a question for you both. So, this is for songs now. Can I get a or holla holla?
That's actually a very good question.
Can I get a? Okay.
I created them both.
I know.
It's
both give me a similar when they both come on, I kind of have a similar reaction to them, so I just picked them to put on side by side.
Movement, set the whole thing off.
No,
gotta be
Get up, set it all up for me. Come on.
Yeah,
it did. It was the first time people see me, and it was like, who's that?
But the
really?
The visuals and
I would think that, I thought that holla holla was that. Okay, so I'm glad I asked that question.
I'm telling you, Can I Get It was huge. It was Rush Hour soundtrack and James Allen. So I had double.
And they also invited like the women into the back and forth of it all. Okay.
It was the perfect layer.
Yeah.
For holla holla. Can I Get It?
Okay. It's a good one. Okay. Now, change one thing in your past or foresee the outcome of one thing in your future?
Foresee.
The latter.
The outcome.
Sure. Yeah, foresee?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Now, why?
What's done is done. That's all.
Good answer.
And you learn from that.
Yeah.
And I don't regret it either. I haven't done anything crazy, so I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good answer. All right. I actually don't know which one I would pick. I probably want to foresee.
Yeah.
Now, last question. Superhero or villain?
Villain.
Superhero.
Villain is my answer too.
Wow.
I'm on this thing right now.
Superheroes all broke.
Well, Batman wasn't broke.
That's fair.
Batman, Iron Man. Okay.
They're only two, man.
Okay.
Everybody else is fucking.
That's true. Everybody else is
and all
typically
the villains
struggling.
are caked up. All the villains got money.
You know what?
All the villains got money.
That wasn't my reason for picking, but I like that reason, so I'm gonna work with that.
Find a way to get to the bag, and all the fucking superheroes stuck in the neighborhood.
They stuck in the struggle.
Saving cats and shit.
Oh my god!
I get it. But find a way to save the community and get money. That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
Big Batman. I'll take Batman. I'll take Batman. I'll take Iron Man.
I'm with you when you're right.
None of the rest of the motherfuckers. That's it.
I am with you when you're right. I don't want to be a superhero eating beans, so I feel you on that. I don't want to live that life. I had picked villain because I rewatched all of Power, but I watched it all from Tariq's perspective instead of Ghost's perspective because they villainized the shit out of Tariq basically, and it was just a whole nother show. And so now I'm going to go back and watch some of my favorite hero movies or shows or whatever, but watch from the perspective of the villain. Okay. And just get some more perspective on where they're coming from with that. Because I was thinking Killmonger and Black Panther,
movies and shows
around the villain,
around the perspective of the villain.
Yeah, like Penguin.
It's great.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Joker, great. Well, I didn't like
the
second.
I didn't like the musical thing, but I liked the initial one.
Yeah. I like the theory, the thought of what the Joker is.
Yeah, exactly.
What he can represent.
I was actually into Joker when they did the series with Christian Bale. They had Dark Knight and Batman Rises and all of that. I actually got more into Joker's story just even from that too. I mean, Heath Ledger did a great job. Yeah. I'm definitely into learning from the villain's perspective why they make the choices that they make. So
I know why.
Because they don't want to be broke. Oh God, that was the best answer I think you could have given me.
It came up so
and I'm so happy I asked that question.
There was no thought process.
Not at all. It was either feeling get money. Yeah. All right, well, that was all the questions I have for y'all.
Awesome.
Now, give me a good takeaway about Amber and Opal. Anything the people should know, anything I should know.
So I'll let you end it. But Amber and Opal is a labor of love, right? We've been working on this thing for about 2 years now, and it's been it's like watching a child grow, right? When you start and just to see where we are now, and we got a lot of work to do, right?
Yeah.
This ain't a victory lap, but was very proud of where we've been able to take the brand thus far, and really looking forward to what the future holds. You know, this is going to be an international brand.
Yeah.
We just came from Dubai. He was in Brazil. This is going to be an international brand.
For sure.
That's our goal.
Yeah.
Love that. And how's the international response been?
Incredible.
Yeah, it's been great.
Love it.
No, not
Love
good,
Been
not
great.
great, but incredible.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We were just in Dubai 2 weeks ago, and we met a couple from Australia.
Mm-hmm.
We were meeting with an importer, and he has a resort on the beach. So he had some friends.
Yeah.
And we did a small tasting.
Mm-hmm.
And we made some drinks. And this one couple, we did a toast and she drank it. And then I could see her face and she was like, wow. Took another one, drinking it.
Mm-hmm.
And her husband nudged me. And he was like, she doesn't drink whiskey.
Yeah.
And he was so excited
Mm-hmm.
that she enjoyed whiskey.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's a whiskey enthusiast. So the fact that he was able to see that joy in his wife's face,
Mm-hmm.
Made him excited.
it made him super excited.
That actually pulls right back into you all's mission with making it something for everybody. So love that. Yeah, in real time.
Yeah.
Dope.
For me, it's about creating great product.
Mm-hmm.
Something you can put your name on and lend your legacy to, and hopefully it becomes also a legacy brand.
Yeah.
So for me, that's what this is.
Yeah. Now you have kids of drinking age. Do they like it?
Yeah,
Have they tried it?
My kids, they drink. They drink. Yeah.
Are they into whiskey in general, or they just happen to
They're
like this
into
one?
whatever is at the bar.
Got it.
So
Okay.
whatever I'm stacking at the bar.
That's what they drink. Fair.
And so yeah, they've been drinking a lot of Amber and Opal.
And see, it's the opposite. I'm the one with the bar in my house, and so my mom will drink just about anything I have on the bar.
Yeah,
She just
nice.
she'll take a look and be like, so what's that? Can I try that one?
Yeah.
Oh, you
But
bought
I
something
tell
new?
you what though, the bottle attracts people as well.
Oh, for sure.
People
The
see
presentation is
bottle
everything.
And they say, hey, what's that? Let me try that.
Yeah.
So it sits nice on the bar.
Yeah, y'all did that with the presentation for sure. I'm a
Thank
sucker
you.
for glass and just all the things like that. I'm a hoarder when it comes to glass, so this is definitely one that I will not be giving away or throwing away.
And it's heavy.
It's
You know, for the ladies, if you gotta go upside somebody's head.
You know what? Okay, we don't condone violence in Seelbach. Okay.
We don't condone violence.
We don't condone violence. However,
You gotta go across.
but if you got, but
You got to, you know what I'm saying?
from both ends, you can hold it here. You can hold it here.
Yeah,
It's got think.
It's got
So
good
it's
swap
versatile.
value to it, too.
It is versatile in its use.
That's funny.
And so on that note, cheers to being versatile in its use. Cheers to Amber and Opal. Thank you guys for sitting down with me and having this wonderful
Yes.
conversation. I am looking forward to Seelbach being the
told
retailer.
You have to do this.
You do have to do this.
Yes.
That is a part of the
Yes.
ritual.
So touching the glass ain't enough?
No.
So you got to touch the glass. You have to make eye
And then you gotta
contact.
make eye contact.
You got to make
and then
eye
you gotta do
contact.
this,
Okay.
Or it's like
Bad sex.
terrible sex for the rest
It's
of your
for
life.
apparently so the word on the curve is 7 years. Who knows? I mean, so they say. But
Whatever.
well, cheers, gentlemen.
Thank you, D.
Thank you guys so much.
Appreciate you.
All right.
And that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.